Welcome back to Jason Rick channel. She-Hulk by Titania. Episode 5 of She-Hulk begins with a recap showing how She-Hulk catfished that guy and somehow made it his fault. After saying goodbye to hot doctor cliché, Jen realizes that Titania is suing her for the use of the name She-Hulk. Now, Titania is actually using this name to sell a luxurious new line of skincare, beauty and wellness products. It's everywhere too, with her brand sponsoring podcasts and being promoted by the media. Jen shows up to see Titania, demanding she take everything down. And of course she doesn't. Jennifer tries to figure out what to do, and contemplates taking her to court. Nikki shows up to see a guy called Alonzo who happens to be a drip broker. She shows up at a boba cafe, where Nikki speaks Chinese to the worker. Although he's not Chinese, he takes the duo to the back room and shows off bootleg Avengers stuff. Nikki manages to sort out a meeting with Alonzo to help out Jen's clothing situation, while Jen explains what's going on with the She-Hulk brand. Her boss is quick to point out that this is a problem and the law firm need to work quickly to rectify it. Jen admits that she never thought about trademarking the She-Hulk name. I mean, she hated it to begin with, didn't she? Why not just choose another name? Jen is told she needs to countersue and establish that she was using the name of She-Hulk in a professional capacity before the trademark date, and that Titania is profiting off name recognition. She's also told to straighten up too, in need of a new set of clothes. In court, Titania's lawyer actually makes some really good points, including how Jen's interest in the She-Hulk name only became a point of contention when Titania started profiting off of it. They even have footage of her saying, "I will not answer to that, as it's not my name." To counter this, Jen's lawyer shows another video of her claiming this is her name and she's embraced it. They recess until Thursday, where the judge tells Jen she needs to come up with more instances of her using that name willingly. And of course, that comes from her using the catfish dating profile where she went on a number of dates as She-Hulk rather than as Jen Walters. Jennifer realizes, with horror, that she has to parade all the men she dated in front of the courtroom in order to prove her point. The hot doctor guy is back, and he admits that he'd never date Jen as she's not his type. The judge sides with Jennifer and she's allowed to continue with her She-Hulk name while Titania is forced to cease business using this name. Jen is presented as the victim here, and her lawyer tells her she can do better. You deserve better. The pair head out and have a drink together, riffing on the awfulness of men. Eventually, Jen heads back to see Alonzo and pick up her suit. Of course, we don't actually see it, and the episode ends with us catching a glimpse of the new Daredevil mask, as it seems Matt Murdock is also one of Alonzo's clients. The episode review. Away from the skewed morals seen with Jen's catfishing last episode, She-Hulk episode 5 is just boring. The legal drama is poorly written, as I'm sure character witnesses wouldn't be enough to actually stop paperwork that's been filed legally and would have need to be approved in the first place. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't say for sure, but it seems a bit easy, doesn't it? The comedy is non-existent again, minus one quip toward Shrek, which is a nice self-aware dig at how bad the CGI can look at times, while Jen has literally no character development. There's a glimmer of hope in the courtroom when Jen learns that this doctor doesn't want to date Jen as she's not his type, before that's immediately dismissed and Jen returns to her usual demeanor. This show has been on a slippery slope for a while, and at this point it's fair to say that most people are just sticking around to see what the writers do with Daredevil. Given what they've done with Wongers and Abomination, I don't hold out much hope that they'll do his character justice. Hopefully next week's episode is an improvement, but so far, this has been a pretty disappointing run.